India is hosting the first Bengal initiative for multi-sectoral technical and economic cooperation's disaster management exercise. Here's more on that in this detailed report.
The first Bimstec disaster management exercise is taking place in the Indian capital New Delhi from October 10th to 13th. The National Disaster Response Force, NDRF, is conducting this exercise as the lead agency in the National Capital Region. The mandate of this exercise is to provide a platform for sharing best practices on all aspects of disaster risk reduction, strengthening regional responses and coordination for disaster management among Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation countries, the Bimstec.
India being the lead country in 14 subjects, disaster management is one of them assigned to India, and it is in that connection that this joint exercise of Bimstec nations is being held here in India this time, and NDRF has organized it for two scenarios. Basically, it's a collapsed structure search and rescue, that is earthquake kind of scenario, and other scenario is aquatic disaster in which flood rescue will be done.
Within these 3 days, exercise having simulated scenarios in the areas of flood management, building collapse search and rescue including tabletop exercise, field training exercise and an after-action review were held. Today's exercise is to save victims during earthquakes when in a matter of seconds a large number of injuries require immediate rescue at a destroyed place. The combined exercise includes representatives of countries such as Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Bhutan and Nepal.
The first combined exercise of Bimstec countries, which includes countries such as India, Bhutan, Nepal, Thailand, etc. As you can see, one of the teams from Thailand, it is a relief management team of Thailand, and they're trying to rescue people after an event such as earthquake. So these areas which are in the Bimstec region, which is closer to Bay of Bengal area, there the chances of earthquake and other disasters such as flood and drought are major because of the changing climate conditions. And this is the reason that people are here and the teams from all these 7 countries are here to work together and practice together for the relief management. They're trying to share their best practices and trying to prepare themselves when the real situation like these happens. We haven't forgotten Nepal, what happened in Nepal during the disaster, and it was the relief management team who came together and tried to save several lives. I would also like to inform you that more than 3,17,000 lives have been lost during 20 years within these 7 countries because of natural calamities. So this is the reason that this whole event has been organized, so that the people and the members of disaster management teams from these 7 countries can come together to share their best practices.
About 135 delegates from all Bimstec member states, including senior level officials dealing with related policy and operational aspects, are participating in the exercise. There are 19 personnel from each country, a head of the disaster response, 2 middle-level officials in charge of operations, 15 professionals and officers dealing with base and ground operations, and 1 senior-level official from the nodal ministry or authority for policy decisions.
Some equipment we take at the same India operation rescue team, and maybe we buy some brand, and I think we need to help the people. Either save the life, the first. It's the same idea.
The prevalent geoclimatic conditions as well as increased frequency of natural calamities in the Bimstec region calls for enhanced levels of preparedness and risk resilience as well as collaborative action among member countries. Nagen Singh, WION.